What's happening, people, and welcome back to the official Euros 2020 channel. The Lucid ASMR channel. Yeah, believe it or not, we do actually do other videos, but as one final goodbye, we've got to make this last video, and it probably is going to be the final video of Euro 2020, which is quite sad to say, to be honest. It's been an emotional ride. It's been quite a journey, and without making this video too negative, because I do want to keep it nice and positive, the boys have done us proud. I'm absolutely buzzing that we made it to a final. It would have been good to win, obviously, but there's always a crowd of people that have to, bring the spirit down. England, everyone was up at the highest, proud of our team, and then you always get that group of people who have to ruin it. Obviously, the elephant in the room, the racial abuse, and just the behaviour of the fans in general, and the way they acted was just disgusting. And if you're not from England, do not let that group of fans reflect the true English fans, and how we feel about our nation and our team, because we are more than proud, and we definitely stand behind these players. And if you don't feel that way, do one. Anyways, if you can't tell by the title already, in today's video we're going to be reacting to my Euro 2020 predictions. Now, can I just say, this was it is my most viewed video, my most well performed video. I think it's on like 2,500 views at the moment, which obviously for a new channel like myself, I'm quite new. I've been on YouTube 5 months now. I was just ecstatic, so appreciative of everyone who watched that video, liked that video, and everyone who subscribed since and before. But anyways, let's jump straight into the predictions, and let's see if I smashed it or if I flopped it. Okay, so let's begin with Group A, which I predicted to finish like this: Italy in first, Turkey second, Wales in third, and Switzerland in fourth. Massive disrespect to Switzerland, and too much respect for Turkey, because I'm not being funny, everyone thought they were going to do better than they actually did. So that's an L on Turkey's part, in my opinion. And of course, this is how the group actually stood. It was Italy in first, obviously, Wales second, Switzerland in third, and Turkey in fourth with 0 wins. So I predicted them to come second, and they didn't win one. That is crazy. And I don't even know if did they score many. I'm not even sure how many they scored, but either way they did absolutely terrible. And just to rub a bit of salt in the wounds, I actually said this. It's not like an amazing group. It's not like a standout, in my opinion. Italy aren't the team that they used to be. Anyway, we'll move on from that. So moving on to Group B. This is how I predicted it. It was Belgium in first place, Denmark in second, and Russia in third, and Finland in fourth. It was pretty close. The actual standings were Belgium in first, like I predicted, Denmark in second, like I predicted. It was just Finland and Russia that I got mixed up, but I'm pretty sure they finished on the exact same points. So yeah, we'll take a debut for that. And I suppose Denmark finished on the same points as well. I think they all finished on 3. So yeah, that's a W. We got that one right. Nothing else to say. Okay, so moving on to Group C. We're just gonna fly through this one because this was a pretty easy one to predict. I'm pretty sure I got them all right. I predicted Netherlands to come first, Austria to come second, Ukraine to come third, and North Macedonia to come fourth. And the group stood exactly like that. Netherlands first, Austria second, Ukraine third, North Macedonia fourth. Moving on to Group D, the home of the boys. I predicted Group D to finish as it did. England in first place, second Croatia, Czech in third, and Scotland in fourth place. And that's of course how it did finish in the final standings. I think at this point we thought it was coming home. slightly surprising. I predicted Spain to come first, Poland second, Sweden third, and Slovakia fourth. Looking back at that prediction, I don't know why I put Poland at second. Like, they're not a good team. They've got Lewandowski, and that's the only player they've got, really. Obviously, it didn't finish like that. It finished like this, with Sweden in first place, Spain in second, Slovakia in third, and Poland in fourth. So, I completely messed that group up big time. Didn't get one right, so that's an L on my part. Spain didn't really perform to the highest of standard. I just wasn't really convinced by them throughout the whole tournament, to be honest. But yeah, and finally moving on to Group F, the group of death. We obviously have France, Germany, Portugal, and Hungary. I predicted it to be France in first, Portugal second, Germany third, and obviously Hungary fourth. And it pretty much did exactly finish like that. On obviously their group standing, Germany are above in second place, but they both finished on the exact same point, so we smashed that. And to be fair, Hungary actually held their own. I think they got 2 draws. I can't remember who did they come against. Was it France and Germany maybe? I can't remember, but Hungary smashed it for their, not too bad for them, I guess. And then in the 4th best third place teams, I predicted, I think it was Wales, Russia, Sweden and Germany. I was very wrong because I left out Ukraine and Czech. They obviously qualified and Russia and Wales didn't, so kind of messed up there, but you win some, you lose some. But let's move on to the round of 16. Right, okay, so obviously there's a lot going on at this point, so I'm gonna basically just state who I predicted to make it through to the quarterfinals from the round of 16. So I predicted Belgium to make it through, which they did. Italy to make it through, which they did. I predicted, predicted Spain to make it through, which they did. I predicted France to make it through, which they didn't, because obviously that was a massive shock. And of course I predicted Germany to make it through, which they didn't because we beat them. So obviously there were some major upsets in the round of 16, and people making it through, because Switzerland made it through, Czech made it through, Ukraine made it through, Denmark made it through. But the likes of Belgium, Italy, Spain, England, they made it through. It was more of the other top dogs that didn't, like Portugal and Germany and France, of course. Okay, so in the quarterfinals, the first game that I had was Belgium and Italy, which turned out to be true, but I had Belgium winning it, and of course Italy won it. Now, I did have Spain not to go through, because I had it matching up that England and Spain were going to play. That didn't obviously happen, but Spain did make it through, but I also did have England to make it through. So at this point I absolutely fluffed it, because the only team that I predicted to make it through to the semi-finals was England, which they did, but Italy obviously made it through, Spain made it through, and Denmark made it through. And of course England beat Denmark, and at this point I did say England would make it to the final, so that prediction came through, and that's the only prediction I care about. So obviously I had France making it to the final, which that didn't happen a long time ago, which was obviously a massive shock. And of course Italy made it through, who I predicted Belgium would beat, which didn't happen. And now that brings us on to the final. And well, we all know the outcome of this one, but for a little bit of context, and I'm not saying that this is all my fault, but just watch this clip. England are gonna lose in the final. That is tough to watch. That is tough to watch. So I think next year when the World Cup comes and I make another prediction video, because I will do, I'll be putting England to the final, and they to win it, not to lose in the final. Why would I say that? I put England to top the group. They topped the group. I put England to beat Germany. We beat Germany. I put England to go to the final. We got to the final. Yes, you can call all my other predictions, but England is all that matters to me. And then I predicted the only negative prediction, that England would lose in the final. I didn't even get the team right, but I predicted that England would lose in the final. So, best believe next year I won't be saying those words. It will be coming home. And you know, say what you will, in a way, football did come home. Not to get all corny on you, but it did. And, you know, it is what it is. We move, we go again. But before I end the video, I'll just leave you with this. You've probably seen it all over social media, because I have. France lost the Euros in, what was it, 2016? No. Was it 2016? Maybe. And then they won the World Cup in 2018, I believe. I'm just saying England lose. England lose the Euros in 2020, technically. And then we win the World Cup in 2022. It's raining the stars. Semi-final. Final. And then we win it. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've really enjoyed making this Euros content. It's not only helped the channel grow as well, but you know, I've got closer to a lot of you lot, the people who comment and stuff like that. So make sure you keep commenting, keep liking, and if you're not subscribed already, what are you doing? Plenty more content to come, and you know, we'll look forward to maybe even some. If you want some more football content, let me know. We could bring some Premier League content or Champions League content. But we'll look forward to next year when the World Cup comes around. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.